Shall we? Yes. All right. Pick up where we left off here. We're still talking about Star Trek Legion of Superheroes. So, we have one team. Now, I forgot to mention the teams. Okay. The Team Future, which deals with the present stuff. Basically, it's comprised of Captain Kirk, Chameleon Boy, Shattered Lasts, and they also have Lieutenant Hura. No, I think it's Lieutenant Hura, and Chekhov, or at least it could be Dr. McCoy. Well, Dr. McCoy was actually in the past, with Spock, Brainiac 5, and Cosmic Boy. Yeah, Lightning Lad's here too. So they go with Durlan, and of course they bust through. And then they revealed the person behind this is none other than Vandal Savage, who apparently is also Flint. Flint was the mortal who appeared in one episode of the original series. I believe it was near seasons 1 or 2. Now, I'm not really sure exactly why in the world they made Vandal Savage Flint for, because they had the actual Flint show up at the end of the book with the person responsible for all this happening. Now, yes, it is true, Vandal Savage was a caveman. Okay, that's true. Him being Flint makes absolutely no freaking sense at all. Yeah, so then they unveil how the heck this is possible. So, apparently everybody's been taken hostage. Like, we have it where apparently Cosmic Boy's alpha is basically ripped up. Dr. McCoy basically apparently is tending to, everybody's trying to get out of there. And then this is what Flint actually looks like in the show. Yeah, for some reason, apparently he was, like, Da Vinci did something he did bring in the show. He apparently has too many different names. And apparently Vandal Savage kind of integrated with him. How this is possible, I'll explain in a minute who the heck responds. So, they kind of did tic-tac-toe. We got someone to freeze them, and, well, after them having dinner. And then apparently the Vandal Savage shows off his time machine room, where we have, get this, the Master's TARDIS, the Doctor's TARDIS, Doctor Who, Barry Allen's treadmill. This right here, that's actually from H.G.Wells' Time Machine movie. I'm surprised he has that one. A DeLorean, Legion's bubble. We have a UFO here. I'm not sure that's from. We have a dagger. I think that's supposed to be a Gould spaceship. I'm not really sure. The fish thing, I'm not sure what that is. We have various other objects here. So after they show this, okay, so they reveal what's inside the purple bubble, and apparently it's Q. So Q is kind of indirectly responsible for all this. You might be thinking, which one? The John Delancey Q. Yes. So then apparently after Vandal Savage showed Kirk and his group the stuff in the future, Kirk, Lightning Lad, and Chameleon Boy are being put in an agony booth. Now you're probably thinking, why the heck would Vandal Savage put them in the agony booth? Like, did they turn him down? Like, here's the thing. He fed them dinner, he showed them the spaceships, and then he put them in the agony booth? Like, what happened here? Yeah, let's have him get beat up between issues and put him in the agony. Like, Kirk, meanwhile, for him, I believe this was may have been the first time he's been in the agony booth. But it's interesting that they put him, Lightning Lad, and Chameleon Boy in the agony booth. Now, the agony booth thing, if you don't know what the heck that is, that was something from the Mirror Universe. Yeah, something that did pop up both in the Enterprise and the original series, obviously. You're probably thinking, did they have agony booths pop up in Deep Space Nine? Shockingly, no. There was no mention of agony booths. No mention happens in the future, except that the Terran Empire fell by the 24th century. So apparently, apparently they've been beaten up there. Apparently you have Shadow Lass and her get beaten up. Her getting her clothes partially torn. I'm like, how the heck was that possible? And apparently Sula got roughed up too, which is interesting. So they figure out a way to free Q. And Kirk basically pokes fun at his intelligence. He's like, "Let's more necessary. Why does it seem waste of time? All the Empire is yours. I guess it's probably because your Emperor isn't that bright." What? What did you say to me? You heard me. I called you stupid, Vader. Weak, minded, ignorant, simple. You start as a caveman, and that's all you will be. We've got beings like this genie of yours, beings capable of doing impossible things. So I know accomplish that power. We're done with it. You capture a being more powerful than worlds. And best you can do is conquer, create weapons, and agony boosts. Alright, let him speak. I don't deal with. Let's try to deal with him. You should have made this a paradise, and instead you created a hell. You insignificant worm, you dare criticize me? And of course, basically, yeah, let's just free him. Like, oh yeah, by the way, Brainiac 5, he's like, oh, force fields. Okay, despite the fact that in the country they have force fields. So Cosmic Boy gets his powers back. Uses his powers on them. Q is freed and kind of fixes everything. Problems in the future. Yeah, Q is freed and he's butt naked. And apparently he just undoes everything with a quick snap. That's it. Everything's back to normal, like nothing happened. Meanwhile, though, apparently... Oh, his name is Trelane. That's the guy's name, Trelane. And apparently we have Flint just doing his thing in his world. And then he's visited by, apparently, Q for some reason. So universes. And then we have, like, goodbye for this wonderful series. This series is just really good. Just damn good. I give this book roughly a 9.5 out of 10. The writing here... I forgot to mention the writer and the artist. The writer of the book is Chris Robertson. Artworks by Jeffrey Moy. I can clearly tell in the case of a lot of the crew that he did watch the show. Oh yeah, he did. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's actually, yeah, this is the, this is the Infinite Crisis stuff. Yep. This is basically, this came out, just, I think around the same period of time as, Legion of Heroes Volume 7, but it's great that they did this. This is just really good. I thoroughly enjoyed this book. Mm-hmm. Alright, so, almost forgot basic vision of the book. Next up, yeah, I lost something here. Don't worry about it. Next up we have is Darth Vader, Volume 5. Yeah, Volume 5. And this collects Darth Vader, Volume 3, issues 23 through 27. I say like that because this is the very first volume of Darth Vader that surpassed 25 issues. Because the previous two volumes, for some strange reason... Now, I knew about the first volume lasting 25 issues. Okay, because that's where Karen Gillan wanted to end it. Fine. But the second volume... Did not know the reason why they had to end that book at 25 issues. There was no reason to. There was still plenty of story you can tell with that era. But no, you explore roughly maybe 1 year of storytelling. That's it. Mostly put, what exactly happens in this book? Where apparently this still is with Crimson Dawn stuff. Where basically Sabby is working with Darth Vader to take down this corrupt governor. Which, of course, a lot of the Emperor governments have been corrupt anyways because they're easily bought off. And the reason why Vader is helping her, Well, one, because basically she kind of knows that Vader is Anakin, but she can keep a secret. She's good at keeping secrets. But because also she kind of resembles Padme. Yep, so Vader is on that thing there. Yeah, by the way, the book is written by Greg Rucka. Yes, still the writer. The artist of this book, the book is called The Shadow. It's done by two different artists for 23, 25, 27. Almost all the issues are by Rafa Inico. Issue 24 is by Marco Stilo. The cover art for issues 23 25 is Paul Renan. Raza does issue 27, 26, 27. So, basically, they're trying to take this corrupt governor. And that's basically, so Vader agrees with him, and they kind of basically take down this governor. It's just a really good story, and of course, she is going to continue working with Vader at this point forward. Yep. Vader is surprisingly not going to kill her, because here's the strange thing though. The last two people he worked with in the regular stuff, that's not the flashback stuff, like in the case of the first person he tried to work with, he ends up killing him because he basically was incompetent. The guy who replaced him was pretty competent. Though apparently Karen Gillan said they killed the guy toward the end of the book. Maybe because he left useless. I'm not really sure. This one basically looks like she still has a role to play. At least she's a character from the actual movies. Yep, this book is great. I give this book roughly a 9.5 out of 10. Yep. So yeah, that's it, particular review. Next up is going to be more Legion stuff with some Batman stuff. Okay, next video. Bye.